Hello, it's Bero again, and we are looking today at the remaining 12 letters of the Early Cyrillic alphabet. If you haven't seen the previous videos, click on the card that should appear on top of your screen, and we're going to continue. As usual, we'll see words containing all of the mentioned letters after presenting them. Let's start. Okay, so we start easy. 3 letters that you'll see in the left column are U, Ya, and Ye. What do these 3 have in common? I think you've already guessed. It's the horizontal stroke on the left. So this element is the letter that is similar to the English letter I, which is read as E or short Y. So it is tied to O to represent U as in you. Then this I is tied to A to represent Ya as in yard. And this I is tied to E to represent Ye as in yet. Next, the first letter on the right is also read as Ya as in yard. It looks like an A with an additional vertical stroke between the 2 legs. And under it, there is another letter representing the sound U, as in put. It looks like an alien spaceship to me, with its 3 legs. But of course we don't know what they meant when they were inventing this letter. The fact is, it's mainly used in Old Church Slavonic, and not so much in Old East Slavic. So it's quite a rare letter. Okay, coming next, 7 letters mirroring those of the Greek alphabet. The first one is U, as in put. It has 2 versions. Either it's written as O and Y combined, or it can be also written as the figure 8, but with the upper circle unlocked. Next one looks like the English letter S, but it's read as Z, as in zone. It's quite a rare letter also. The sound Z is usually written by another letter, and you can check that video by clicking on the card above. And under it, we see a letter that is written as the English W, but it sounds as O in or. They usually wrote this letter at the beginning of the words, starting with the sound O. The following 4 letters on the right were written exclusively in Greek words, and that means they were quite rare. They actually look like the same Greek letters of those times. The first one represented the combination X, as in X. The second one represented the combination Ps, as in oops. The third one is read as F, as in the word fan. And finally, the last one for this slide and for the entire alphabet is the Greek letter Y, which could be read as E, as in field, or as V, as in van, depending on its position in the word. Okay, now let's turn to the words that were written with those letters. Yaz, Yaz means I, me. Juno, Juno means young. Sud, Sud, it means court or trial. Plas, Plas, it means a dance. Utro, Utro, morning. Otic, Otic, means father. Psalomo, Psalomo, it means psalm, which is a religious anthem. Foma, Foma is the name of Thomas. Yegipet, Yegipet, it means Egypt. One thing that should be known about the early Cyrillic alphabet is that the letters were equally used to write figures and numbers because they didn't have our usual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figures at that time, so they had to use letters for that. So now let's look at the entire alphabet, the names of the letters, and the numeric value they represented. Az, Az, the sound A means 1. Buky, buky, the sound B, no numeric value. Vedi, vedi, the sound V and the numeric value 2. Glagoli, glagoli, the sound G, and as a figure it means 3. Dobro, dobro, the sound D, and as a figure it's 4. Есть, есть, the sound E or ye, and the numeric value is 5. Живете, живете, the sound J, and it didn't have a numeric value. Zelo, zelo, the sound Z, and the numeric value is 6. Земля, земля, the same sound Z, but the numeric value is 7. Ижеи, ижеи, the sound E and the figure 8. Ije, ije, the same sound E, but as a number it means 10. Kako, kako, the sound K and the number 20. Ludie, ludie, the sound L and the number 30. Myslite, myslite, the sound M and the number 40. Naše, naše, the sound N and the numeric value 50. Ono, ono, the sound O and the numeric value 70. Pokoje, pokoje, the sound P and the numeric value 80. Ritsi, ritsi, the sound R and the numeric value 100. Slovo, slovo, the sound S and the number 200. Tvirdo, tvirdo, the sound T and the number 300. Uko, uko, the sound U, and it sometimes meant 400, but there was another letter that was also used for 400. Firto, firto, the sound F and the numeric value 500. Hero, hero, the sound H and the numeric value 600. Otto, otto, the sound O and the number 800. Tsi, tsi, the sound Ts and the number 900. Chirvi, chirvi, the sound Ch and the numeric value is 90. She, the sound Sh with no numeric value. Shcha, the combination of sounds Sh, Ch with no numeric value. Yero, the sound U with no numeric value. Yeri, the sound E, and it didn't have a numeric value either. Yeru, the sound I with no numeric value. Yatya, the sound I or I, and it didn't have a numeric value. U with the sound U or U after a soft consonant. It didn't have a numeric value. Ya as the sound Ya or A after a soft consonant with no numeric value. Ye, the sound Ye or E after a soft consonant, and it didn't have a numeric value either. Yusumaliya, Yusumaliya, it represented the sound Ya or A after a soft consonant, and it was sometimes used to represent the number 900. Yusuvelikeye. It sounded as U, but it didn't have a numeric value attached to it. Now the remaining purely Greek letters. Ksi, representing the combination ks, meant 60. Psi, representing the combination ps, it meant 700. Fita, representing the sound f, it meant 9. And finally, Ižica, that was read either as E or V, had the numeric value of 400.